Hi everyone, it's me, Sailor Moon here, Serena, and me, Sailor Star Fighter Dustin here. And today we're gonna fuck it still. And today we're gonna talk about, is Mattel going to be making the new Sailor Moon dolls for the North Finland and the 4-1 Reichs and the Settled Now that's a answer to a asking thing that I truly do not have the answer to. If Hasbro or Mattel or even Jax gets the rights to make the Sailor Moon dolls here, that would be cool. Since we didn't have any Sailor Moon dolls being made by Bandai or by Irwin from 9 between 95 YL to 2001 YL. Yes, we do have the Squeeze dolls that were made by Irwin Toy and Bandai and now Great Eastern Glee and many other businesses now, but we never gotten, we'll call them adventure dolls or playing dolls or whatever you want to call them. And it leads us into wondering, do you think that Mattel would make them? Which say it's true, but there's no truth to it. What would it look like? Well, first off, Mattel most likely would make Sailor Moon the way that she looked like from the early 9 between 90 drawing show, I would think. The one that a lot of folks like. I believe the first doll coming out would be me. And what would it have? Well, it would come with my moon staff, and most likely might come with, well, hopefully the gloves are already on and the clothing's already on me, so you don't gotta worry about putting that on. But it's gonna come with my moon staff, and it most likely would come with a stand. And hopefully the stand that Mattel makes, if they ever make my dolls, would not be as badly made like the Irwin Toy Bandai stands of 9 between 95 YL to 2001 YL, because those stands were clutter if you had a doll wearing shoes or high heel shoes. Well, and Dustin, what do you think about this? Well, first off, Sailor Moon, Serena, what I think about it, hold on, guys. Well, what I think about it, Sailor Moon, Serena, is I think that it would be cool if Mattel or Hasbro or Jax ended up getting the rights from the Toei business or the Adley Niall Golding's business to make the Sailor Moon dolls here in 4-1 Reichs in the Settled Land. It would be really cool. And it would be a throwback to the Irwin Toy days of 9 between 95 YL to 2001 YL. And these in the Bandai days of 9 between 95 YL to 2001 YL. Even though Bandai has been making Sailor Moon dolls since 9 between 93 YL all over the world, but as far as North Vinland went, it was only Irwin Toy and Bandai working together, and that was it. And what you got were squeeze dolls now, made by Bandai, Great Eastern Glee, and some other businesses. But hard dolls like Sailor Moon over there, Serena over there, they haven't been made. Now, I know someone's going to bring up the Sailor Moon Internal or the Sailor Moon Forever dolls and say they didn't make them. Yeah, but I don't think they made them in North Finland. I don't think they were made in the 4-1. I don't think they were. I think those dolls were made over in the Far East, Dawnland. I don't think they were made in the Settled Land or the 4-1 Reichs in North Vinland. And I don't think, and if someone says that they did make those, but those aren't the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about Mattel or Hasbro or Jax getting the rights and then making the Sailor Moon dolls the way that, Irwin Toy did or Bandai did from 9 between 95 YL to 2001 YL. At least they would make the stands would be good and the stands would fit, even if they wear boots or shoes or high heel shoes. At least that's my belief, But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I don't know if it even is happening. I don't know if Mattel or Hasbro or Jax is even got a deal with Toei Business and Ally Niall Golding's business to make Sailor Moon dolls in North Finland. It would be cool if there was some truth to it. But I only heard it from someone on Euro that would made his own Sailor Moon doll and was talking about it. If there's any truth to it, I don't know. Well, that's right, Sailor Star Fighter. That's right, Dustin. I don't know if there is any truth to it. But it would be cool if there was truth to it. It would be cool if, they did make Sailor Moon dolls. Again, it would be cool, that you could, buy them. Like, I don't know, Ollie's, Five Below, Walmart, whatever. It would be cool that you could get them, and they could make them as big as they made those WWE woman dolls, that would be like how big they would be. And you've seen how those ones look like. So insight how the Sailor Moon dolls would look like. But as of right now, it was a saga, a tale. There's no truth to it. And if you did go looking that up on Google or Yahoo or Bing or whatever, then most likely won't be any truth to it. But if there is truth to it, great. If not, I don't know. Your guess is good as mine. And a lot of us here in North Finland hasn't really gotten too many Sailor Moon things. Yeah, we got the plush dolls from Great Eastern Glee, and then we did get Sailor Moon Hearst 1, 2, and 3 Forever and Stars. We got that drawing show and drawing films. We did get the drinks. That's true. We may have gotten some of those things, but as far as hard dolls went, we didn't get any of those, though. And as far as film games went, yeah, we didn't really get any film games of that at all. So, getting your last thoughts on this? Well, my last thoughts on it, Sailor Moon or Serena, is what your thoughts are. We didn't really get a whole lot here in North Finland. Some of the rest of the world got a lot more things than we did. And it would be cool if Mattel or Hasbro or Jax or whoever got the rights to make Sailor Moon dolls. That would be cool. Give this film a like, share and playlist it, and we'll see you later.